Remember that moment you tried explaining to your grandma how your wireless connection worked? The confusion, the wide eyes, the feeling you were speaking a foreign language? We've all had those technology meets reality moments. It's from this spark of curiosity, this desire to demystify the seemingly complex digital world, that our journey begins. Imagine a casual conversation, free of jargon and unnecessary complexity, just the straightforward truth about how these connections shape our lives. Think about how seamlessly your music player links to your headphones without a single wire. That's our starting point, a very personal bubble of instant connection, barely spanning a few feet. This intimate sphere is where we first experience the magic of digital proximity, where devices communicate effortlessly, creating a private network just for you and your immediate surroundings. It's the invisible thread that ties your personal gadgets together, allowing them to share information and commands with incredible speed. This initial exploration will reveal how even the simplest of our daily conveniences rely on a fundamental understanding of networked interactions, laying the groundwork for understanding the larger, more expansive systems that govern our connected world. We'll witness firsthand how this close-range communication is not just about convenience, but about creating a personalized digital environment that responds to our needs with remarkable efficiency, a silent symphony of signals orchestrating our personal digital experience. This isn't about complicated machines. It's about the simple elegance of devices talking to each other, a concept as old as human communication itself, now translated into the digital realm. I'm far from being some sort of expert in all things digital. Think of me more as an eager explorer, a tinkerer who genuinely loves to understand the inner workings of things. And, this initial ignorance I sometimes feel is actually my greatest asset. Because I know precisely where people tend to get lost, what the most common questions are, those moments of uncertainty that pop up when we're trying to make sense of how our interconnected world operates. My mission here is to be your translator, the person who takes all the jargon and transforms it into plain English, making it accessible to absolutely everyone. There are no promises of magical solutions here, just the unvarnished truth, told in a way that you can grasp and, who knows, maybe even find a little bit entertaining. We've touched on the idea of devices having conversations, a concept that might sound a bit fantastical at first, but it's really quite straightforward when you break it down. Imagine your everyday objects, the ones you interact with constantly, suddenly having a way to share information and respond to each other. This isn't about some futuristic, complex machinery. It's about a natural evolution of how we interact with our surroundings, now facilitated by these invisible connections. It's like giving your devices a voice, allowing them to communicate their status, their needs, or even just acknowledge each other's presence. This ability to exchange signals is what allows for a seamless integration into our lives, a background hum of activity that makes things feel so much smoother, so much more intuitive. The real magic lies in how this communication enhances our personal digital spaces. It's about creating an environment that feels tailored to you, an extension of your own intentions. When your devices can talk to each other, they can anticipate your needs before you even fully articulate them. This isn't about them reading your mind, but rather about them learning your patterns and responding accordingly. For instance, imagine walking into a room and the lights automatically adjust to your preference or your favorite music begins to play. These aren't coincidences. They are the direct result of devices collaborating, sharing data, and acting in concert to create that personalized experience. It's this silent orchestration that truly elevates our digital interactions, moving beyond simple commands to a more responsive and adaptive system. Think of it this way. When you visit a new city, you don't just magically know where to go, right? You look at maps, ask locals for directions, maybe follow signs. The digital world is a lot like that, but way, way bigger. Instead of streets and avenues, we have connections, invisible pathways that carry messages and data. These pathways link not just people, but also all sorts of clever gadgets and gizmos that we use every day. My job in this analogy is to be your slightly flustered but well-meaning guide, pointing out the shortcuts that save you time and the detours that might lead you to something unexpected and wonderful. Sometimes, though, the signs aren't so clear. I remember being a newbie on these digital roads, completely baffled by the symbols and jargon. It felt like trying to read a map in a language I didn't understand. There were times I'd take a wrong turn, ending up in a digital cul-de-sac where nothing made sense, and I'd have to backtrack, feeling a bit foolish. Other times, I'd hit metaphorical toll booths, unexpected costs, or complexities that felt like a punch to the wallet, or at least my patience. The real learning started when I stopped just looking at the signs and began understanding what they meant. It was like finally realizing that a red octagonal shape meant stop, and that I should actually do it. I learned to decipher the subtle clues, the hints that told me which path was likely to be the fastest or the most scenic. It was a process of trial and error, of getting lost and then finding my way back, stronger and more knowledgeable for the experience. These weren't just random wanderings. They were the essential steps in learning to navigate this vast, interconnected landscape. Imagine your home, your office, your school, all humming with a quiet efficiency, devices chatting with each other, information flowing seamlessly, and that crucial report finally printing. It feels like a minor miracle, doesn't it? But behind this everyday wonder lies an intricate dance of unseen infrastructure. It's about the veins and arteries of this digital world, the slender cables hidden within walls, the invisible waves that carry conversations through the air, and the unseen rules, the protocols that ensure every message arrives precisely where it's intended. And then, of course, there are the inevitable moments of frustration, the digital equivalent of a flat tire on a road trip. The internet sputtering to a halt, the Wi-Fi signal playing hide-and-seek, or the printer deciding to go on strike just when you need it most. These are not abstract concepts. They are the very fabric of our connected lives. When you send an email, it's not just vanishing into thin air. It's being broken down into tiny packets of data, each tagged with an address, and then sent on a journey. This journey might involve hopping from your router to a local network hub, then to larger infrastructure that spans across cities and even continents. Each step of the way, these packets are guided by complex routing systems like a sophisticated postal service on a global scale, ensuring they reach their destination with remarkable speed and accuracy. It's a constant, silent stream of information, a testament to ingenious engineering. Even the simplest task, like streaming a video, involves this intricate choreography. Your device doesn't hold the entire movie. Instead, it requests chunks of data from a distant server. These chunks arrive in rapid succession, pieced together so quickly that you perceive it as a continuous stream. If there's a hiccup, a temporary congestion in this flow, that's when you experience the dreaded buffering wheel. It's a visible manifestation of a momentary disruption in the otherwise fluid exchange of information. The magic of wireless connectivity, like your phone connecting to your home Wi-Fi, is equally fascinating. Your router broadcasts a signal, a specific radio frequency that your device tunes into. This signal carries the same data packets, but it does so without the physical constraint of cables. It's a clever use of the electromagnetic spectrum, allowing for a freedom of movement that has fundamentally changed how we interact with our surroundings and with each other. This allows us to move freely around our homes or offices. Our devices always communicating, a constant digital presence. This wireless convenience, the ability to roam while staying connected, is just one piece of a much larger puzzle. Think of it as the magic that lets your phone chat with your home Wi-Fi as you walk from the kitchen to the living room. We're now stepping into a world where these connections, whether wired or wireless, are organized into different neighborhoods, each serving a specific purpose and covering a particular area. It's like understanding how a single house relates to a street, a city, and then the entire country. Let's start small with your personal space. Ever connected your smartwatch to your phone or used wireless headphones? That's a personal area network PAN at play. It's the tiny bubble of connection around you and your immediate devices. It's incredibly convenient for seamless interaction between your personal gadgets, but its range is extremely limited, usually just a few feet. The advantage here is simplicity and low power consumption. The downside is its confined nature. Next up is the local area network LAN. This is the backbone of connectivity in your home or office. When all your computers, printers, and smart devices in one building are linked together, that's a LAN. It's typically wired, though it can incorporate wireless elements, which we'll touch on later. This allows for fast data sharing between devices within that limited geographical area, like sending a document from your laptop to your printer. The main advantage is speed and security within its confines, but the limitation is its restricted physical reach. Building on the LAN concept, when you connect those devices wirelessly, often using Wi-Fi, you're talking about a wireless local area network, WLAN. This is what most people think of when they hear internet at home. It's the same local network concept as a LAN, but without the cables, offering freedom of movement within the coverage area. The benefit is obvious. No wires, more flexibility. The drawback can be signal interference and potentially slower speeds compared to a wired connection if there are many devices or obstructions. Moving to a slightly more specialized area, imagine the network within a car, connecting the engine control unit, the infotainment system, and other electronic components. That's a controller area network, It's designed for robust communication in environments with a lot of electrical noise, ensuring critical systems can talk to each other reliably, even in a moving vehicle. It's highly efficient and resilient, but its application is very specific to the automotive and industrial sectors. Expanding the scope, a metropolitan area network, MAN, covers a larger geographical area like a city or a large campus. Think of how different departments of a university across town might be connected, or how a city might link its public libraries. It bridges the gap between a local network and a wider connection, allowing for resource sharing and communication across a broader urban landscape. The advantage is its extensive reach within a metropolitan area, but it's more complex and expensive to set up than a LAN. When we talk about connections spanning vast distances, even continents, we're entering the realm of wide area networks, WAN. The internet itself is the ultimate example of a WAN, connecting millions of LANs and MANs across the globe. Businesses also use WANs to connect their offices in different cities or countries. The power of a WAN is its immense reach, enabling global communication and access to information. However, this vastness also introduces challenges in terms of speed, security, and management, often making it slower and more expensive than localized networks. Then there are virtual private networks, VPNs. These are not defined by physical distance, but by security. A VPN creates a secure, encrypted tunnel over a public network like the internet, making it seem like your devices are connected directly to a private network, even if you're miles away. This is fantastic for remote workers accessing company resources securely, or for individuals wanting to protect their online privacy. The advantage is enhanced security and privacy, but it can sometimes impact internet speed. Finally, consider a storage area network, SAN. This is a specialized high-speed network designed to connect servers to shared pools of storage devices. Instead of individual computers having their own hard drives, they access storage over SAN. This is crucial for large organizations that need efficient, centralized data management and high availability. The benefit is incredibly fast and reliable access to massive amounts of data, but it's complex and costly, typically found in enterprise environments. And we absolutely must not overlook the lurking dangers within the connected world. Malicious actors, harmful programs, deceptive schemes, and misinformation. This vast digital landscape is riddled with pitfalls, and vigilance is paramount to avoid falling prey to them. I'm here to provide you with practical advice on how to safeguard yourself, how to traverse this space securely, how to recognize potential threats, and how to effectively defend against them. This isn't about instilling fear or fostering an atmosphere of constant suspicion. It's about equipping you with common sense and the essential knowledge needed to remain safe. After all, this powerful tool, while immensely beneficial, can also present significant risks if not handled with care. One of the most fundamental steps in protecting yourself is understanding the importance of strong, unique passwords. Think of each online account as a door to a different room in your house. Using the same key for every door makes it incredibly easy for someone to access all your belongings if they manage to pick just one lock. Therefore, employing a different, complex password for each service is crucial. Combine uppercase and lowercase letters, numbers, and symbols to create passwords that are difficult to guess. Regularly updating these passwords, perhaps every few months, adds another layer of security. Consider using a password manager, a secure application designed to store all your complex passwords, allowing you to access them with a single master password. This significantly reduces the mental burden of remembering numerous combinations while greatly enhancing your defenses. Furthermore, staying informed about the latest threats is an ongoing process. Cybercriminals are constantly evolving their tactics, so what was effective protection yesterday might not be sufficient today. Keep your software updated, including your operating system, web browsers, and any security programs you use. These updates often include patches that fix vulnerabilities that could be exploited by malicious actors. Be wary of unsolicited communications, whether they arrive via email, text message, or social media. Phishing attempts, for example, often impersonate legitimate organizations to trick you into revealing personal information. Look for grammatical errors, suspicious sender addresses, or requests for sensitive data that a genuine company would never ask for in such a manner. A healthy dose of skepticism is a powerful ally in navigating the digital realm. When it comes to sharing information, always exercise discretion. Think carefully before posting personal details online, such as your full address, phone number, or financial information. Even seemingly innocuous details can be pieced together by those with ill intentions to create a clearer picture of your life and potentially exploit it. Be mindful of what you click on, especially links from unknown sources or those that promise unrealistic rewards. These can lead to compromised websites or the download of harmful software. Similarly, be cautious when downloading files, ensuring they come from reputable sources. Prioritizing your privacy and maintaining a vigilant approach will significantly reduce your exposure to the many threats that exist. But networks are not just about the tools that connect us. They are fundamentally about people. They are about the intricate web of connections we weave, the vibrant communities we form, and the rich tapestry of ideas and experiences we share. I will guide you through the profound transformation these digital platforms have brought to how we communicate, how we build and nurture relationships, and ultimately, how we navigate our daily lives. Naturally, we must also confront the darker aspects, the siren call of addiction, the allure of fleeting superficiality, and the chilling winds of polarization. For while the digital realm offers an extraordinary capacity to bring us closer, it also holds the potential to isolate and divide us in unsettling ways. Consider how quickly the simple act of keeping in touch has evolved. Gone are the days of waiting for letters or scheduled phone calls. Now, a message can traverse continents in an instant, allowing us to share a fleeting thought, a captured moment, or a significant milestone with loved ones, no matter the distance. This constant, immediate access fosters a sense of perpetual presence, a feeling that those we care about are always just a click away. It has redefined what it means to be connected, blurring the lines between presence and absence in ways our predecessors could scarcely imagine. Furthermore, these platforms have democratized the creation and dissemination of information. Anyone with a voice can now reach an audience, sharing their perspectives, their passions, and their expertise. This has given rise to new forms of creativity, amplified marginalized voices, and fostered learning on an unprecedented scale. From aspiring artists showcasing their work to educators sharing valuable knowledge, the opportunities for self-expression and discovery are boundless. It's a vibrant marketplace of ideas where innovation and dialogue can flourish. Yet, this very accessibility presents its own set of challenges. The ease with which information spreads can also mean the rapid proliferation of misinformation creating echo chambers where dissenting opinions are silenced and critical thinking is sidelined. The curated nature of online personas can lead to feelings of inadequacy and envy as we compare our unfiltered realities to the carefully constructed highlights of others. This relentless exposure to idealized versions of life can foster a sense of disconnection from our own authentic experiences, prioritizing outward appearances over inner substance. The constant stream of notifications and updates can also fragment our attention, making deep, focused engagement increasingly difficult and fostering a culture of distraction. And what about the future of our interconnected world? What lies ahead? We're standing on the precipice of transformative shifts driven by forces like artificial intelligence, immersive virtual environments, and the burgeoning concept of the metaverse. The potential applications are boundless, and the ultimate trajectory remains undefined. Yet, one undeniable truth persists. These networks will continue their relentless evolution, reshaping themselves and, in turn, profoundly influencing the very fabric of our existence. We are about to explore the emerging trends, the groundbreaking innovations, and the burgeoning capabilities that are beginning to define this new era. And, crucially, we will pause to contemplate the far-reaching implications of these seismic changes on our individual lives, our collective societies, and the uncharted future we are collectively building. The subtle yet pervasive influence of artificial intelligence is already weaving itself into the digital tapestry, augmenting our experiences in ways we are only beginning to grasp. It's moving beyond simple automation, learning our preferences, anticipating our needs, and personalizing our digital interactions to an unprecedented degree. This isn't just about smarter algorithms, it's about a more intuitive and responsive digital environment. Imagine systems that can understand nuances in our communication, offering proactive assistance rather than just reactive responses. This level of intelligence has the potential to unlock new avenues for creativity, streamline complex processes, and foster deeper, more meaningful connections, albeit through digital intermediaries. The key will be to ensure these advancements serve humanity, enhancing our capabilities without diminishing our autonomy or critical thinking. The advent of truly immersive virtual experiences is poised to redefine our understanding of presence and interaction. As these environments become more sophisticated and accessible, they offer tantalizing possibilities for education, collaboration, and entertainment. We could learn ancient history by walking through a meticulously recreated Roman forum, conduct complex scientific experiments in a risk-free simulated laboratory, or connect with loved ones across continents as if you were in the same room. This shift from passive consumption to active participation in digital spaces promises to blur the lines between the physical and the virtual, creating new forms of social engagement and collaborative endeavors. The challenge will be to navigate these digital landscapes with intention, ensuring they enrich our lives rather than becoming an escape from them. The evolving nature of our digital connections is fundamentally altering how we perceive ourselves and the world around us. This constant immersion in curated realities, often presenting highly polished and idealized versions of existence, can inadvertently cultivate a subtle sense of detachment from our own authentic experiences. It can inadvertently encourage a prioritization of outward appearances over inner substance, subtly shifting our focus towards performance and presentation rather than genuine being. The relentless barrage of notifications and ceaseless updates further contributes to a fragmentation of our attention, making sustained, deep engagement with any single subject increasingly elusive. This environment, while offering instant gratification, risks fostering a pervasive culture of distraction, hindering our capacity for profound thought and genuine connection. We must also acknowledge the critical importance of ethics and responsibility in our online interactions. The digital realm, while brimming with opportunities, unfortunately also presents fertile ground for the rapid spread of misinformation and the perpetuation of harmful behaviors. The proliferation of deceptive content, hateful rhetoric, and online harassment are serious concerns that impact us all. My aim is to equip you with the tools to discern fabricated stories, understand how to effectively counter hateful language, and learn the proper channels for reporting instances of cyberbullying. Furthermore, I intend to encourage a deep reflection on our individual roles and obligations as responsible digital citizens. The internet, in essence, functions as a shared public space, and it is incumbent upon each of us to actively contribute to its well-being and integrity. Understanding how to navigate these challenges is paramount. Identifying fake news isn't just about spotting an obvious fabrication. It involves developing a critical eye for dubious sources, exaggerated claims, and emotionally charged language designed to manipulate. We'll explore techniques like cross-referencing information with reputable sources, scrutinizing author credentials, and recognizing the telltale signs of manipulated images or videos. This proactive approach empowers us to become more discerning consumers of information, preventing us from inadvertently contributing to the spread of falsehoods. Combating hate speech requires a multifaceted approach. It involves recognizing what constitutes hate speech, language that attacks or demeans individuals or groups based on attributes like race, religion, ethnicity, sexual orientation, or gender identity. Beyond identification, it's about understanding the impact of such language and choosing not to amplify it. We will discuss strategies for responding constructively, such as reporting harmful content, engaging in respectful dialogue when appropriate, and supporting initiatives that promote inclusivity and understanding online. Silence in the face of hate can be interpreted as tacit approval. So, our active participation in fostering a positive online environment is crucial. The insidious nature of cyberbullying necessitates a clear understanding of its forms and consequences. From persistent harassment and the spread of rumors to the posting of embarrassing content without consent, the impact on victims can be devastating. Learning how to report these incidents is a vital step in protecting ourselves and others. Most platforms have established reporting mechanisms, and we will explore how to utilize them effectively. Equally important is fostering a culture of empathy and support for those who have experienced online abuse, ensuring they know they are not alone and that resources are available to help. Ultimately, the internet is a powerful tool that reflects the best and worst of humanity. As digital citizens, we share a collective responsibility to cultivate a space that is informative, respectful, and safe for everyone. This is not a passive endeavor. It requires active participation, critical thinking, and a commitment to ethical conduct. By understanding the challenges and equipping ourselves with the knowledge to address them, we can collectively shape a more positive and constructive online future. Our actions, however small they may seem, contribute to the overall health of this global commons. And to conclude, let's discuss the vital importance of digital inclusion. Not everyone has access to the internet, and not everyone is familiar with digital tools. This digital divide creates a significant barrier to social and economic development. I will show you the initiatives underway to promote digital inclusion, to bring connectivity to underserved communities, and to empower individuals to utilize digital resources. And of course, I will invite you to play your part in building a more just and equitable digital world. The chasm between those who can easily navigate the online realm and those who cannot is stark. It's a disparity that impacts education, job opportunities, access to vital services, and the very ability to participate fully in modern society. Imagine trying to apply for a job that is only advertised online, or needing to access government services that are exclusively managed through digital platforms, yet lacking the means or the knowledge to do so. This is the reality for many, and it's a reality we must actively work to change. Fortunately, numerous efforts are being implemented to bridge this gap. Projects are focusing on expanding internet infrastructure into remote and low-income areas, bringing affordable and reliable connectivity to homes and community centers. Beyond just access, there's a critical emphasis on education and training. Workshops and learning programs are being developed to teach people of all ages how to use computers, navigate the web, and understand essential digital applications. This goes beyond simply turning on a device. It's about fostering confidence and competence in a world increasingly shaped by these advancements. These initiatives recognize that true inclusion means more than just providing a connection. It's about fostering digital literacy, enabling individuals to harness the power of the internet for personal growth, economic advancement, and civic engagement. It's about ensuring that everyone has the opportunity to learn, to connect, and to contribute in the digital age. Without these concerted efforts, we risk leaving a significant portion of our population behind, exacerbating existing inequalities and limiting our collective potential. Your involvement is crucial in this endeavor. Whether it's through volunteering your time to teach digital skills, advocating for policies that support digital access, or simply helping a neighbor or family member get online and learn to use a new tool, every action makes a difference. By contributing to these efforts, you are directly helping to dismantle barriers and build a more inclusive and equitable digital landscape for everyone. It's a collective journey, and your participation is an invaluable part of shaping this positive future. Ultimately, the crucial takeaway is recognizing that these platforms are simply instruments. While undeniably potent, their positive utilization hinges entirely on our intentions and actions. My sincere hope is that our conversation has equipped you with a greater sense of confidence, a deeper understanding, and enhanced preparedness for navigating the online realm. May you leverage these spaces to forge meaningful connections, acquire new knowledge, disseminate valuable information, and contribute to the construction of a more positive global community. For in the grand scheme of things, it is the bonds we forge, the narratives we exchange, and the influence we exert upon the world that truly hold significance. You've already taken the vital first steps in actively participating in this evolving digital sphere. By engaging with the principles we've discussed, you are not merely a passive observer, but an active contributor to a more harmonious online environment. Your thoughtful interactions and mindful presence are the building blocks for fostering a landscape where everyone feels welcomed and valued. This ongoing process of co-creation is what transforms abstract ideals into tangible realities, shaping the digital world into a reflection of our best collective aspirations. As we conclude this exploration, remember that the power to influence the direction of these powerful instruments lies within your hands. Each interaction, each piece of shared content, and each connection made contributes to a larger tapestry. Your commitment to using these tools for good amplifies their potential for positive change, creating ripples that extend far beyond your immediate reach. Continue to be a force for good, championing understanding and empathy in every digital exchange. The digital sphere is not a static entity, it is a dynamic and ever-changing ecosystem that thrives on the active participation of its users. By consciously choosing to engage in ways that uplift and inform, you are actively participating in its evolution. Your contributions, no matter how seemingly small, are instrumental in weaving a narrative of progress and inclusivity. Embrace this role with enthusiasm and a commitment to making a lasting, positive impact.